Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And as you can see, Brother Bill's not with us, so we grabbed this guy up off the street out here, and he's going to say, excuse me, that's Wesley. I thought we just got somebody to sit in.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Wes, good to have you with us, buddy.
Good to be here.
Good to have you with us. Now get your hands out in front of your face. I mean, I know you hadn't been catching any fish, so you don't have to be ashamed of it. It happens to the best of us.
Okay.
All right, good deal. Well, maybe the next trip you can get on, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta have a good guide for you can catch fish.
Well, the guide put you where the fish was at.
Hey, you ain't been doing too good either.
Yeah, well, I know. You got to be able to catch them. I mean, I can't catch them for you.
Hey, if ain't no fish there, ain't no fish to catch.
Guarantee you these fish are.
Oh,
Guarantee it. Yes. Yeah, you gotta hold your mouth right. Anyway, we're glad to have Wes with us. Bill's watching from home and staying with Polly. Want to say hello to Dad and Polly and Bill. Yep. Mike for sure, and anybody else that we're leaving out. But anyway, we've got some about 3-4 hours of Dale Hollow film left that we shot March the 20th. We probably would have stayed the biggest part of the day, but the weather was predicted bad, Mike, and sure enough, it got bad. We was back on the trailer by, 11 o'clock? Yeah, sure did, and like it got wet before we got on the trailer. But anyway, we're going to show that and finish that up, and then we've got Mike jerking on some crappie that we're going to show, and all that kind of stuff. I'm curious, Matt, you called last week to remind me about the Heartland tournament moving from the dam to Ladd Landing. I'd like for you to call in tonight and let us know how that turned out. If you're listening, and probably at the ball game or something. But anyway, I hope you're paying attention and can give us a buzz and let us know what happened. But anyway, we're going to keep up with the fishing and best we can. A lot of tournaments going on, high schoolers, going to Douglas this weekend. It's just wide open. So anyway, had a big catfish tournament, sanctioned tournament over on Loudon this past week, or week before last. 4 fish limit, Mike. It took 200 and some pound to win 4 fish. I mean, I'm no mathematician, but that's 50 pounds a piece.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, and the payback was, I could have swore the guy told me it's 100,000. Yeah, we're in the wrong. I'm telling you, we're definitely fishing for the wrong species. There's no two ways about it. I mean, as good as you catch them catfish, we'd be a shoo-in.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck? All you got to do is use a little bigger bait.
Yeah, they throw down there. They look like they had 2-pound shad.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And them sewed onto the hook and everything, just like them guys out there in the deep sea fishing, you know.
Well, you just upsize your bait and upsize your reel and rod.
Yeah. You go to get
You're
that
lying,
big.
you know.
You start talking 100-pound fish, you better upsize something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You'll be all day trying to wrestle him in.
heck, they get them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them big old
Yeah.
sea
I
rods.
mean, you're pretty good about catching them catfish when you're crappie fishing, or you just move out a little deeper and get a little bigger bait and a heavier line.
Definitely some biggins down there now.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, well, shoot, farm, we're fishing for the wrong thing. Looks like to me. The light's gonna have to come on sooner or later.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, folks, just thought I'd pass that along. Yeah, $100,000 for 4 fish. Me.
Mm.
And that happened over here at Loudon Telecom. So, man. Anyway, we're gonna see, what's going on here, Street Fest, they had that, last week, the other week down at Kingston, it went well, from what I was told. Folks, I've been busy working and hey, I'm not knocking it, don't get me wrong, I'm tickled to death to have it. So, I just hadn't got to get around as much as I used to for some reason or another. Anyway, we're gonna go to the film, and like I said, we're gonna finish up on Dale Holler. He's gonna come back to us. We'll give you a little kick on what went on, and then we'll take a little break probably, and come back with Mike jerking on them catfish and crappie. Remember sponsors, folks. All right, Mike, or Dylan, put us on the film, buddy.
On here this morning, folks. Boy, it's a dandy too. I mean, a good one. He's got a good one on there. All right. Oh yeah, pretty fish, Mike. Pretty fish.
He's mean.
Yeah.
He's shaking that head. He's wanting rid of that dang thing, ain't he?
Yeah, he's wanting rid of it.
You'll get tired here in a minute.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you don't let him come unbutton. That gun, we got another one out there trailing it, breaking water. There you go.
Yeah.
Don't mess your bait up. Okay. Shoot.
Good hook in.
Dang, I've got one on out here. I let my bait drip off, and I've got one on out here. Oh, goodness gracious. Get a picture of it. Here. Right here's the camera.
Okay.
There's the camera. That gun, that's twice.
Yeah.
Huh?
You gonna have to just throw it out there and leave it laying around,
Out there and leave it laying there.
There's
You
another
don't need
good
to
one.
do nothing else. Just wait till it takes off.
Yeah.
I hope he ain't
Yeah.
got that thing swallowed, and I bet he has. That gummit, Mike.
I'll be done.
You look at that,
Yeah.
yeah. He swallowed it, and ate it up. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Come here. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now what about that now, Mike?
Yeah. There's two dandies right
Huh,
there.
two dandy smallmouth right there.
Yeah.
I hope you got them both on camera.
I think we do.
Okie dokie. Get yours back. Let me have the needle roll. Yeah, it's not that bad.
We'll get back after them.
Oh, son. There, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, man. He ain't ready. Eat ready. Hold on, buddy. Open that mouth one more time. I got you. All right.
All right. Another nice fat smallie.
Your boy.
All right.
Here we go. Mike got another fish on here. Caught that on the crankbait. That's cheating, though. Can't count it. Oh! That.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He ain't real big, but he's a jumper.
Yeah.
Come on up here, buddy. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a 2-minute penalty, Mike.
Yeah, 2-minute penalty. Hey,
Yeah.
we get another one.
Land is about time, Mike.
Yeah.
About time. Whoa, now hold it.
Pretty good
Hold it.
smallie.
That's pretty good fish right there, Mike. Yeah, I'd take them all day long. Come here, man. Just quit trying to spin it up. I'll get it. Open your mouth. Open your mouth. All right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Dadgummit. There you go. That's what you do.
Yeah.
All right. Now, show yourself.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, that was end of that because we cut across the lake. I mean, you know, when you're seeing the ridges
Disappears.
disappear,
That's right.
it's done here. So we had a ball there, but as all that chaos there, that was the third time, the second time during this trip, and the third time it's happened to us out there. Mike hooked that fish, and I laid my rod down, and grabbed up the camera, and he had his fish holding it up, and I went up there and grabbed my rod, and I thought that gummit's hung up. It wasn't hung up. It had a fish on it. So I'm just glad he didn't pull it off the front of the boat. But that's a thing I've done several times on Norse and everywhere else, and actually jerked one of my rods in up one night up there at Norse on me and Mike there, and we spent an hour trying to fish it out. So, but we finally did. He finally hooked the line on it, and we got it up. So that kind of thing. But anyway, that was a short. The fish were biting that morning.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if the weather hadn't have run us off, we'd have had a ball. We'd probably wound up getting home at dark instead of 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a quick burst. They were biting when we got out there, and they, bit right to the time the ridges disappeared, and we took off to the trailer. But that was the end of it. We had, what did we fish out there, Mike? 4 days? Anyway, it was a good trip. We really caught a lot of fish.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Caught a lot of fish out there at that time. I just got a report from Medale Hollow that they had the spring. I forgot what they call it. They have it every spring and every fall, and it took 30, 35, 38 pounds for a 2-day tournament to win it out there. And they got that slot limit, 16 and under. You allowed one in the smallmouth and one 21-incher in the smallmouth. So most, I guarantee you, 98% of the fish weighed in was largemouth. And some spots probably. So anyway, we can't complain. We had a good trip out there back in March, and actually 2 good trips. We caught them when that water was muddy, and then went back to 3 days and caught them again. A couple of weeks, 2 weeks later, wasn't it? All righty. Like I said, we had, and Max and Bill caught fish. They were, pretty much the fish were biting and everybody was catching them. So now, Mike, since we figured out we're fishing for the wrong species, what are we gonna do? You gonna show some crappie film?
If you want to, we can, yeah.
All right, let's take a little break here. Dylan, put the Edgemore up and the Reynolds Racing there off my camera, and we'll take a little break, and then we'll go to crappie film. All right, thank you, buddy. I'll tell you that right now. Plenty of room, and folks, it's beautiful. There ain't no 2 ways about it. It is a nice boat. Sure is. All righty. What are you thinking, Glenn?
Well, let's get out and have a good spring and sell some product. How's that?
That sounds good. Glenn, what would this boat run a person?
This is about a 26.9 boat, something like that.
Okay.
Very reasonably priced. And then, of course, we get a trolling motor of choice on there and get it all fixed up. Sometimes depth finders of choice. And but you can get it very reasonably priced. You got a 50 on it, which is good enough to go fishing, and
Right. Yes, sir.
And it's good for, I guess we're all getting older people, but it's good for people that wants to leisurely fish.
Yes, sir.
Not tournaments or nothing like that. Just want to go out and have a good time on the water, you see.
Right, sir. Yeah.
Very stable, if you're, very stable. And
It's a nice looking rig, I'll say that for it.
got the stainless steel
Cup holders, everything stainless steel or aluminum, yeah.
And the speakers are all stainless steel. They've really dolled it up nice.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's a good price on it, Glenn. I hope we can get it sold here in the next few days, because it's going to be spring before you know it.
Well, it's, yes, it is 60 days from now. It'll be,
Yes, sir.
it'll be, March will be up in the March, and, that's when the weather starts breaking, and,
Yes, sir.
about April, we get the fishing really starts
That's
good.
good. Really good. Yes, sir. Exactly right.
Okay, well, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you, Glenn. Okay, folks, we're here at Service Pro Lube Center at A&W Plaza here. Going to be a new sponsor of the show, and that's Dan Van Cleve. Proud to have him. Just a little shot of the business, and we're going to get some more info on that there for next week. Okay, folks, I'm on the west end of Oak Ridge at Service Pro. They've got two locations. Here on the west end. And just want to get you a picture of the business. Changes and that kind of thing. So we'll have some more info coming up, but I did want to get them on the show for tonight. So remember that, Service Pro. East end and west end, and take care of your car servicing and that kind of thing. All right, we're back. I wanted to mention a little bit about Service Pro and Reynolds Racing and Marine, folks. That was a veranda pontoon that Glenn's got. They got several different models of that. Hey, they're nice. And I showed you the underneath of the deck there that's all aluminum. I mean, you know, there's no wood in the deck whatsoever, and those things are awful nice. If you're interested in a pontoon, I tell you, you go by down there and look and see what he's got, and I think you'd be real pleased with the way those things are set up and what they put on them, and the way they're built, Mike. I mean, they are nice, and with that all aluminum deck, you know, it's there from now on.
Yeah, I don't know how many people I've seen that after 3 or 4 years they're stripping everything off of it and putting a whole new wooden floor on it and stuff, because that water gets to it and it rots out.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. I mean, but those things are all aluminum deck and everything, and you know, you had that one there priced pretty dang good, and I thought, and with your choice of trolling motor and a couple of other features there, electronics. So if you're interested in a pontoon boat, give Reynolds Racing and Marine a call or drop in down there. They've got several to show you, and let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring the fishing show.
I like that interlocking of that aluminum deck.
I do
like
too.
Tongue and groove.
Yeah.
You can't pull it apart once they slide it together there.
Yeah. It's not like a sheet laid up there.
No.
It's like 6-inch, 8-inch wide pieces, and they're all locked together, one on top of the other.
Yeah.
Exactly right, Mike. That's
Tongue and groove flooring or something.
Yeah,
and it
sure is.
slides together and you won't get it apart.
All righty. Right quick, Service Pro. I went by yesterday and let them change the oil in my truck. And folks, it's a full service station. They took the air filter out, which the air filter looked pretty good. They blew it out. They greased everything. They topped off all the fluids, checked the transmission, power steering, the brake fluid. They done all that. Even he went to iron up my tires, and he said, "Hey," he said, "You're real close to being overrated on." I said, "No." I said, "I run about 36 pounds in them." He said, "This back here got 40, 41, 42 pounds." I said, "No, ain't no way. It's just hot." And he said, "Well, that's true." So he let it down to 36 pounds. Why it was hot. And he said, "What happens is you run it 36 pounds, And then you run down the road here and the temperature's 70, 80 degrees, you know, that thing gets, it gets hot. I mean, the pressure builds up in it.
Pressure, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, when I left home, I run through my tire pressures of a morning, and it was 36. One of them had 37, the other three had 36. And when I pulled in that afternoon, heck, they was up there near 45 pounds. And he said, I'm going to equal these things. I said, go right ahead. But anyway, folks, do go by there. If you need your service on your vehicle, give those people at Service Pro, east and west end of Oak Ridge. And, buddy, I wasn't there, you know, no time flat. You older ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sit in your vehicle, that's fine with them. You pop the hood, and they take care of the rest.
Yes.
And if you want to provide your oil and your filter, the service is about $22, $23, and they get rid of your oil, you know, when they drain the oil out. But if you'll bring your oil and filter down there, they'll do it for about $23. If you don't like the products they got and you want to stick with the same thing. But do let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring the show, and go by and see them if you need service on your vehicle. And they do that at both places, east end and the west end. They'll jump in there and check all your fluids and everything. And I really appreciate them guys doing that. They done a good job. I wanted to check them out, and I told them when my truck needed it, I'd be by there, and I went by yesterday afternoon. I was about 8% left on my mileage thing. And another thing too, if you've got a check engine lights coming on, they got the diagnostics there. They'll plug it in and tell you what it is. Now, you may not want, you know, I've got a check engine light on my truck, and I've had it checked 3 different times, and it's always been the same thing. There's a vent on the gas cap, something about the gas cap not working. So, but I just want to make sure that that's all it is, you know. So anyway, appreciate them being a sponsor of the show. And all right, Dylan, we're going to watch Mike catch some crappie here.
Up back here in this shallow water here, Springs. You may get on something here with this floater. It looks like a good crop. Good crop. Yep. Like it. Stay in here on him. Put him in the box and see what we can get to. So stick with us and hopefully we get some more. All right. That's a run to him. Yeah. There's another one on. Yeah, sir. See what we got here. And, that's what it is, too. A little smallmouth. Oh, he missed that thing when he struck it. Hold still, he get wild, ain't he? Yeah. Little smallie back in here, so we put him back and see if we can get another. Let's see what we got here now, folks. Oh, that son of a gun just come off. Man, that's a good crappie, too. Lord have mercy. All right, let's see if we can get this in him without losing him. Oh, yeah. Oh, dadgone, I want a big old black crappie. He took my jig away from me. Me dogs. Huh. That ain't something. Okay. Okay, folks. Got another one on here. I had to re-rig everything. That other one broke me off here. Forget about using this light line on this spinning rod. I threw him up in the boat and it broke me off. Yeah, that was a good crappie. Another good crappie. Guess I need to get my crappie net out. Yeah, you can get crappie net down there. Nice big black crappie. Hang with us. Maybe we can get some more. I put on a couple of chartreuse grubs there. Doesn't seem to be hitting that chartreuse. So fishing about 3.5, 4 foot deep. A couple of little grubs sitting about 5 or 6 foot of water throwing in. So anyway, I'll put this one in the box and see if we can get another one. All right, let's see what we got this time. I think we got another good crappie, yeah. Looks like a little crappie. No, it ain't even. That's a striper. Little stripe. Okay. We'll get back at you. I got another one here. Good crappie, ain't no doubt about that. Got 4 foot deep in here. All right, okay, let's see what we got this time. You get pretty quick. Yeah, biting like a big crappie. That's for sure. Oh yeah. I can't rascal. Yeah, that's a good crappie. Old steel. Reeled up there, twisted up. Yeah, that's a nice one. Put him in the box. We got 4. Missed 2s. All right, folks, I don't know what I got, but I went out here deep and one jumped on it. There's a sling right there. I think it's a crappie. Yeah, it is a big crappie. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's a little bit better than dragging that floater around right there. Quicker action anyway. I like that. Hang with us, we'll try some more. I don't quite think that one's worth filming, but he knocked the heck out of it down there anyway. 38 foot deep. There. We get another minute on here, get back down there. Hope I can catch something a little bigger than that one though. Still got it. Yeah, he's awful little. Go. We'll get back at him. See how big this one is, folks. Ah, buddy. I'm telling you, it's just full of them little bitties down there. Okay, we'll see if this one's big enough. I don't know. It's jumping around like a dang catfish now. Yep, that's what it is. All right. I think he's another little one. I don't think he'll keep. I don't think he'll keep. Goodness. All right. Hoping this is a big crappie. It's acting like one anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the kind we're looking for right there. Yeah. That'll do. Well, I think I got another one on here. Yeah. Yeah, there's another one. spot here. Big old minnows here alongside this brake line. Anyway, we'll put him in the box and see if we can get another one. All right, I think I got another one good in here. Oh yeah. Yeah, another nice one. All right then. Coming about 37, 38 feet. Still on them minnows. Crappie ain't moved in yet. Some of them have, some of them ain't. These whitings out here sure ain't. I haven't got ready to yet, but anyway, we'll get straightened back out here. Get our minnow back on and see if we can't get her and get another one. All right. Okay, folks, I think I got another nice one here. Sure feels like it. Oh, yeah, that's your own catfish. Won't you look yonder? My goodness. All right, folks. There's another small one that might keep, though. Get down there. See if we can find something a little bigger or something. You're catching a lot of them little ones, I can say that. I just don't think he'll keep. Nah, he's 9 3/4. Yeah. That rascal out of that hole, he'll be stinking here. Hold on. All right, stick with us. We'll get back after him. All right, well, check this one here out. That's what I saw. One of them whisker fish. Okay, folks. Getting pretty late. Guess I better get on toward the dock and get loaded up. Head to the house and get some supper, and all goes well, we might be able to get back out this week. If not, we'll see you on the show there. Remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing.
Yeah, all right, Mike. Right quick, let me say this. I didn't do that at the end of the Dale Holler film. Folks, we caught our fish over there on the hair fly and on the swim bait. That was the two baits basically we was catching our fish on over there.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention that right at the end of that film, but we don't try to keep anything from anybody over here. Mike, he'll catch him on something and turn his back to me when I can't tell what he's fishing with, but
Chartreuse minnow.
chartreuse minnow, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that to you. What we was catching fish on down there. All right, now Mike, tell us about the crappie trip there.
Well, I got down there and I tried a little shallow spot there and caught one right off and turned around there and had a hold of a good one. And he jumped off right there at the boat and then turned around and got a hold of another one and he broke my line. And so I re-rigged again and fished back out there again. I think I ended up with 4 fish off that shallow spot there, and should have had 6, but I didn't have but 4. And I said, well, I'll go around here and try this other spot. And I went to 5 or 6 other places that normally the crappies there, I never got another strike off of them. So I'll start going deeper. So I went out and started going out and hitting different brush piles. Structure try this in a little bit and go a little bit deeper. Some of it's 10, 15 foot, and then move on out and 20, 30 foot, and 30 to 40 foot or something like that. And got down there on that ledge where the river channel comes through and found some structure there off the side of it. And all of a sudden, wham, went to catch them. Every time you'd find a little that structure down there, get that minnow down there, and wham, I ended up with 8 crappie that day. And, should have had 10, but I had 8. But then they was whoppers. They was dandies. Caught a lot of little ones, a few catfish, and caught a smallmouth, you know, a few other things. But it's a pretty good day. Sure was.
Okay, that sounds good. I guess you call them on live minnows.
Oh yeah, caught them on minnows. But now I went yesterday down there, and it was windy. Lord, you seen how slick it was out there when I was catching them there, but now, I mean, it was windy. And I tried staying out of the wind on the backside of some places and stuff to stay out of the wind, and it was still pretty rough fishing in them places. And all I could catch was little old bitty ones, and you know, 45, 50 foot deep, and then all of a sudden one jerk your pole down, you say, oh, I got one here, and bring him up, and he's just 4 or 5 inches long. You know, I think I caught 8 crappie that wasn't even close to even getting 10 inches, you know, 6 inch stuff. And I got out there and tried another spot going up in a creek. About 26 foot deep, and ended up catching 2 keepers, you know, 2 good 12 inchers there. But right out in the middle of that wind. I mean, it was hard to even stay there.
Okay, let's see who we got. Hey, hello, caller.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Hey, buddy, I'm not going to complain because it wouldn't do any good. But
We might catch some crappie just lately or when?
them right there was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm fixing to bring tears to his eyes right here in just a second, quick as he deals.
I don't think so. He had some big ones there.
I know he had some big ones, but put that picture up, Dylan, if you don't care.
We had a few good ones there, not like he did.
Yeah. Well, now, you caught these last Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait just a second. Let's see when we're going to get them up here.
Well, that water.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that don't look. Tell us what the deal is, Tony. I mean, you still catch them deep?
We caught him Saturday, but I went back there Tuesday night at Rudd. I had 2 keepers, caught 5, and that water didn't. I thought a clinch would look pretty good. I got down and came through muddy.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed that there down there in the Emery, the little Emery there, looked like they backed that mud, pushed that. The lake it surprised me, the lake being full.
Yeah.
And then I noticed it was muddy there, where, you know how it does. They push that muddy water back up in the creek, filling up the lake. And I thought, man, it really shocked me, the lake being full. But yeah, I did see some muddy water in the Emery there one day this week also.
Tuesday I went down there. I mean, it was tough. I fished 5 hours, only had 2 keepers.
Man.
Yeah. I talked to 2 different ones. Talked to some yesterday too down there at Rockwood were put in at. And I had them 2 keepers yesterday out of the 10 that I caught. And the guys that I talked to said they didn't even get a strike. And I talked to another gentleman today, and he said that him and his buddies said, since that lake's come up, they ain't done no good at all.
Huh.
Well, where we caught these 13 last week, that's where I went back and fished that. Myself caught 2 keepers and had 3 real small about my caught there.
What was the lake down last Saturday when you fished?
Yeah, it was down.
Was it?
It was down a foot or so. It wasn't like it was Tuesday.
Yeah. Huh.
Tuesday it was real full.
Yeah. Well, I guess the water coming up like that quick, 1.5 foot, you know, from Saturday to Tuesday, man,
They had eggs on the 3, and then we caught Saturday.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what you know, here's what I'm saying.
We talking about 28 foot deep.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you know, we're having a late spring. So, what was the water temperature, Tony?
54.
54 degrees. Man, here it is, 18th of April. Yeah. So I you know, there's a few fish moved in shallow, but they're not. I don't think the water's warm enough for them to spawn yet. You know, with the weather.
We caught a lot of these back up in Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe this water's being full and give them a couple of days, but you know, settle down. Maybe this weekend they'd be biting again.
Hey, where's Crestwood at? If he's going up in a cove in Tennessee, where's Crestwood?
Crestwood. Oh, shut.
That housing place up there on the left above Bucks Creek,
I think it is,
above
Mike.
the safety harbor up there.
Yeah, I think that's it, ain't it?
For
Is
sure.
that where that new arena is, or is it before you get to it?
Oh no, the marina, that new
That's up
marina's
there next to the bridge, 75, Interstate 75.
is in the old Long Island Marina
Oh,
there.
Yeah,
Is where that new marina's at, right up there.
they got two going up Tennessee. One's up there next to
Yeah,
75
by
bridge,
bridge,
and the
yeah.
other's at the old Long Island Marina there.
yeah. You know what we're talking about, Tony?
If you go under the power lines there, where I
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
what slough on the left is it where Crestwood is?
It's the let me think. The
Third,
the third slough up.
Okay,
You got Bell Cove, that little launch ramp there.
yeah.
That's Bell Cove. Then there's another little pocket on your left, and you go by the rock bluff, and then it's right there. The next there's a pole, river marker pole on your right, and then the next deep cove on your left. When you get to the mouth of it, you can look and you'll see some boat docks and some boats tied up there and all that kind of stuff.
Okay,
You can't miss it if you're looking to the left up through there.
okay.
So, and listen, that's some good fishing in that Crestwood area. I'll tell you that. Yeah, sure is. It's you know, that creek channel winds around. It's got some deep banks on it, and a lot of shallow banks, and there's a lot of brush piles put out off them docks up there.
Has Mike been in this week crappie fishing?
Yeah, you went when?
Yesterday,
He went yesterday and caught 4 keepers.
two keepers.
2 keepers, all he caught yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
I don't feel so bad if that's all he caught.
no, shoot, you're right in there in the ball game. Heck, you caught 2 and he caught 2. That's a draw. You heard about the catfish tournament over there, didn't you?
Oh, I know it's something else, ain't it?
Yeah, I said 100,000. It might have been 80,000 that the winners got, and they're going to up north to fish for. See, I think it's 100,000, or it might be even 200,000. This thing, this is just like the bass circuit. They go all over the place fishing for these catfish, and they pay off some good money. So.
And Mike, we catch one with crappie fishing, but they ain't that big.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. That's what I said. You're going to have to get bigger baits and heavier line. Move out a little deeper.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go, and I enjoy your show, there.
All right, Tony. Appreciate it. Keep us up to date on these crappie, bud.
See.
See you, buddy. All right. There you go, folks. Mike had a tough day. Tony had a tough Tuesday evening, so.
Well, if he's down there Tuesday, he didn't have the wind I had yesterday.
No, I know the wind was pretty rough yesterday,
He
Mike.
said
It sure was.
40-mile-an-hour gust and stuff at times. I mean, it was flat rolling out there.
It does make it bad when you're out on the channel in the middle of the lake. You can't get out of the wind. It really does. You know, so, but yeah, it was bad today, the wind was too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I will tell you this, they're having the North Craft Jamboree, at Anderson County Park Saturday morning. Safe lights at I think 3 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know what Wesley's got on his mind. You know, Mike.
Since I ain't fishing Douglas, I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Sit at the house and watch the baby all day, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be a good job for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't know about that. I do know the tournament is up there Saturday. I don't know how many more tournaments we got going on this weekend. There's a bunch, I promise you. Haven't heard from any of the tournament directors. Jackie Hooks and John Hooks, I hadn't heard from them. Got a lot of Heartland tournaments going on. They do have a high school tournament, next generation tournament on Douglas this weekend, and they're putting in at the dam. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I kind of can't count on Wes to keep us up to date on that information, and that's just part of it. You know, that's a learning process. You've got to know what's going on and where you're at, because you'll be on one boat ramp and they'll be on another and miss everything. Don't know about that yet. They're debating. You know, they're deciding whether they need to go or whether they don't need to go.
Well, I ain't gonna fish it because Timmy ain't gonna fish it. I ain't paying all that money by myself. You know, I've never fished that lake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 21st, which is Saturday, blast off, safe flight, weigh in. First flight's 2, second 2:30, and third 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's a mandatory $40. So.
Yeah. All righty.
Where are they going out of
The dam.
The dam.
today?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the whole deal on the schedule. It was.
White Pine has the Dandridge ramp.
Yeah, to be announced, and that was the whole deal, trying to find a launch ramp.
No, the to be announced tournament. There's a fish off championship, and that's on South Holston. That was a to be announced. Now this one is a makeup for the Douglas tournament earlier in the year, but they had that one down in Lay Lake.
Yeah.
And that was on that same weekend. They rescheduled it for that Sunday, but they didn't have it because who's going to fish tournament on Sunday, and then they just rescheduled it to this weekend because they didn't have anything.
Right.
scheduled.
Okay. All right. 10-4. Got you. That clarified the whole situation. Anyway, the putting it at the dam. Yeah. Okie doke. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. Shucks. Okay. Let's shucks. I know there's some fish being caught on Milton Hill. They're already into their Monday nighters and all that kind of stuff, without a doubt. So let's see here. April the 21st, you got the Blue Ridge Bassmasters. They're going to be on Watts Bar at Caney Creek. That's this coming Saturday. Can't mess that up for sure. And Mike, you got to have that. And you got White Pine Marine. It's going to be
Douglas this week.
on Douglas at Dandridge Ramp, and that's this Saturday. That's the one that you were talking about. Yeah, it's there's several boat ramps on Douglas, but the three major ones are the dam, the right across, right up from the dam there on the right. They've made a nice place out of that, and then Dandridge Bridge. There's, like I said, there's several more, but as far as parking and that kind of thing, there's about 3 of them. They can park a few up there to 75 or the 40 bridge, interstate bridge there. What's the name of that dock up there, Mike?
Shoot, I can't
Can't
Swan's
remember.
Bridge, dog.
Yeah. Sure is. So anyway, that's what's going on that I know of so far. You'd think some of these guys would call in and give us a fishing report, but don't look like they're going to. The next Fishers of Men tournament's on Douglas at the Dandridge Bridge at May the 5th, for sure. And then you got the
Cherokee.
this coming Saturday, the Tennessee Team Trail is on Cherokee. I don't know where they're launching, but maybe at the bridge or the dam. I don't know that for sure, but they're up there this Saturday, without a doubt. So anyway, that's about the gist of that. Folks, do remember our sponsors: Citizens Bank, Tim's Tires, Pamela Ann's Fudge and Candies and Gifts, there in Oliver Springs, Edgemore Outdoors. Remember the new location and address for Edgemore. We can't do the show without them. Shared Treasures, Vans Auto Parts, they're in Oliver Springs. Their sale of the week is, if you need a battery, they got all their batteries marked down 10%. Want to make sure, check with them. But he's having a sale a different sale, marked down sale every week. So check with them down there and see what's coming up. But the batteries this week are on sale. They got 10% off all their batteries. That's Vans Auto Parts. And like I said, you got Shared Treasures there. They've got a sale sign up in front of the store right now. So if you're wanting to do a flea market, you can get right there. They have them on Saturdays, I think, and got all kinds of stuff in the store there that you can look at. But remember our sponsors and let them know you appreciate them sponsoring the fishing show, because we like to do it. We may not seem like it. What aggravates us is when we go and don't catch them.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's fishing.
That's fishing. Yeah, we like to catch them. I mean, you go out here and you catch 30 or 40 fish in a day, and then you expect to do that every trip, and when it don't happen, Mike, you kind of get disgusted.
Yeah.
A little bit. So we're, that's kind of that the little trip to Dale Holler ruined us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I expect to get them. It's just bam, bam. But now the last two trips, I will say, I've had to sit there and watch Wes and his buddy fish.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to have withdrawals. Shucks, yeah, I need a fix. I need a bunch of fish on the end of the line. So anyway, folks, we really do enjoy doing the show, and we kind of got a little trip looking at us right here. We may be back down at Dale Holler in a few days. We don't know for sure. We're kind of thinking about it, and like I said at the start of the show, they had a 2-day tournament down there last weekend. I think it took 38 pounds to win, and so if somebody's catching them, Mike, they might have to fish for them largemouth, but I don't really care.
There's some dandies down there.
There's some dandies. They definitely are some dandies down there. They're healthy.
Yes, sir.
Without a doubt. So we got just a minute here, and we're gonna see who this caller is. Yeah, hello, caller.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir. Give me a fish report on Norris.
That's what I was hoping you'd call in and tell me.
Whether I hadn't been, I've been down, but I'm planning to go in tomorrow.
Well, that's good. That sounds good. I'm going to tell you what Bill told me first of the week, that they was catching them on a swim bait and on a jig up there, and some on a crankbait. So, or no, wait a minute. It was a swim bait and a jerk bait. That's what it was. So
How deep's he fishing,
I don't know that. You know, you could throw a jerkbait over 30 foot of water and get a bite sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say, Dave. But the swim bait, I think the fish are coming in that 15 to 20 foot range.
Well, I got my swim baits tied on, and it got me. Tell you buddy there, I got my chartreuse tied on.
There you go.
Yeah, okay, you got the chartreuse tied on. Well, you probably catch one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't. Well, I had Wesley and them up there last weekend. Weekend before last, and they caught 2 fish. One weighed 370, and the other one was like the fuzz keeping, and that was the only 2 bites we had.
Well, it's, you know, it's cold nights, and it's supposed to be 35 degrees or less in the morning, and we're going to wait till about 9 o'clock to go and maybe give it a chance to warm up a little bit.
Well, I understand that. I tell you what, make sure you call me and let me know how you do, will you?
Well, I don't have your cell.
You don't. It's 310-1854.
310 what?
1854.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
I'll give you a call. I hope that I can call you and tell you that we just loaded the boat.
I hope you can too. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well,
But
if you don't hit them swim baits and jerk baits, also that lizard, Carolina rig, I know they'll hit that thing.
listen, they will hit that lizard up there this time of year. Now
Yeah, they always have.
Yes, sir. Sure have.
They'll hit anything, they'll hit it.
Yes, sir. Don't be.
Especially when they're finicky.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Dave. Exactly right. Well, get on them tomorrow.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you calling.
Yes.
All right. Good to hear from old Dave there.
Yeah,
Glad he's feeling
sure
good
is.
and getting to go back fishing. Okay, folks, what we got, Dylan? 2 minutes? Folks, we've had a ball. Hopefully we can get some fish here this coming week, and God bless you and have a safe week. Hey folks, I just happened to be headed by Edgemore Outdoors, and I want you to know that they're not at the old location. They're here at the new building, and it's halfway between Bull Run and the old location where they were at, but I'm sure proud to see Jim and Jeannie in this new building, and they've still got some things they got to do, but they've got all their tackle moved in here, got the parking lots paved, and great looking place. Big red roof, you can't miss it if you're here on Edgemore Road, and be looking for them, Edgemore Outdoors. I'm gonna go inside for just a second and get right back with you.
2-log boat.
Uh-huh.
It has the
Hey folks, I'm back here at Tim's Tires, and you saw the intro on the door, and they are also open on Saturdays from 8 to 12:30. And you know, I'm just looking at these tires. They've got lawnmower tires, they've got the small tractor tires, even the big tractor tires, and all these tires right here are for trucks and automobiles, vans, that kind of thing. And they've just got a warehouse full of tires, bringing them in all the time and shipping them out all the time. So if you're needing that set of tires, please come by here at Tim's Tires, Highway 27, going into Harriman. On the left, it'll be on the right if you're coming.
Country Fresh Foods. You may not know the name, but you definitely know the taste. Our homemade fudge is shipped all over the country. Its quality is unmatched, and it's made right here in Oliver Springs. But you don't have to travel all over to enjoy it. You can get it right here at our retail store, Pamela Ann's Fudge, Candy, and Gifts. The highest quality fudge in a countless variety of flavors. And we also carry a variety of candy and unique gifts for you to enjoy. Come enjoy the taste you have loved for years.